Here's your First Warn Weather Forecast First, sponsored by Anderson Collision Center. Visit driveanderson.com.
Temperatures are a bit warmer than where they were around this time yesterday. We made it to the upper 70s and low 80s in a few spots across the state line. Underneath, similar amounts of sunshine, but the high pressure that has brought us this fabulous stretch of weather starting to move away, and that is allowing our temperatures to gradually warm day after day. Starting with the overnight tonight, we are only going to drop into the low 60s and upper 50s, despite the clear skies that we have because of that warmer air mass that's starting to work its way in. As far as our afternoon is concerned tomorrow, we're back into the 80s and well into the 80s, I might add. We're even warmer as we head beyond the weekend. I'll let you know how long a stretch of upper 80s and possibly 90-degree weather may last. Coming up in your most trusted forecast a little later.
Rockford police arrest the third suspect after a shooting on Haskell Avenue. The charges he faces in connection to the death of Marquel Reddick.
Plus, reducing crashes on Rockford's roads. What impact is being reported after the Auburn Roundabout is reduced to one lane?
And a fall tradition for State Line families opens. The seasonal fun awaiting guests at Edwards Apple Orchard.
Live from WTVO 17. This is Eyewitness News at 5.
Good evening, I'm Mimi Murphy.
And I'm Wendell Edwards. We thank you for being here. Tonight, the third suspect in the killing of a Rockford man, Marquel Reddick, is now in police custody.
Tyree Anderson is charged with armed robbery. Rockford police say he admitted to being involved in Reddick's death. June 26th, Rockford police were called to Haskell Avenue for reports of a shooting. There, they found Reddick lying on the sidewalk. He was taken to a hospital where he later died. Investigators have also identified Timothy Chapman and Eric Townsend Sr. as suspects. Both men are charged with first-degree murder. Chapman, Anderson, and Townsend are being held in the Winnebago County Jail. After more than a week, police are still looking for a missing Roscoe man. Gilbert Werschke was last seen on Morning Cloak Street in Marble Wing Lane around 7:30 on August 12th. The 76-year-old was wearing a black Cubs shirt, blue jeans, and a black mesh hat. Werschke's daughter says police dogs tracked his scent to the bridge at Gleesman Road. Officers also searched near Hononegah Forest Preserve and near his old home, but to no success. There may have been sightings of Werschke near Hononegah High School. Werschke's daughter is asking the public to continue looking for her father. If you have any information on his whereabouts, contact Roscoe Police.
The State Line Health Department is reminding residents to protect themselves from mosquito bites. Rock County Public Health says some collected mosquitoes have tested positive for West Nile. The department is reminding you to apply insect repellent containing DEET, remove stagnant water from items on your property, and empty standing water that has collected in containers. Common West Nile virus symptoms are fever, nausea, headache, and muscle aches. Tonight, the CDC urging Americans to prepare for the fall and winter respiratory virus season. The CDC says COVID, flu, and RSV are still responsible for many fall and winter hospitalizations and, in some cases, even death. It's offering tips on preventing severe illnesses for you and your family.
Season CDC recommends everyone 6 months and older get an updated COVID vaccine and the updated flu vaccine. Both updated vaccines will start to be available at pharmacies and in your doctor's offices, so make a plan now to get your updated vaccine in September or October, ahead of the expected increases in both viruses this winter.
On Thursday, the FDA approved an updated COVID-19 vaccine from both Pfizer and Moderna. The drug makers both expect their vaccines to be shipped to pharmacies shortly.
It's been nearly 3 months since the changes to the Auburn and Main Street Roundabout. Rockford brought the intersection down to one lane to conduct a year-long traffic study.
And so today we sent Eyewitness News reporter Blake Dees to talk to residents and the city about the change. So Blake, what are people saying?
Yeah, Wendell, Mimi, both city officials and residents tell me they have seen less accidents since the reduction. However, another big change is coming to the area in just a few weeks. On September 3rd, the city will be removing traffic drums and other traffic controls from the intersection. City officials tell me removing the controls is phase 2 of the study. Ernie Redfern of Friends of Veterans Memorial Circle nonprofit says this phase will be the roundabout's first real safety test.
All of these barriers that have been battered and have been reduced by quite a few numbers, they're going away. And all you're going to have are these lines. To me, this is like a test of la-la, because it is not the test. The test is when we get to the normalcy of having a one lane, and that's when these barriers come down.
Now I'll have more from the city on what they have seen over the last few months and how they plan to handle the roundabout moving forward. That's all coming up at 6. Mimi.
All right, thanks, Blake. The head of America's central bank says a cut in interest rates could be coming soon. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell says the Fed is prepared to start cutting its key interest rate from its current 23-year high. Powell didn't say when rate cuts would begin or how large they might be, but the Fed's widely expected to announce a quarter-point cut in its benchmark rate when it meets next month.
The time has come for policy to adjust. The direction of travel is clear, and the timing and pace of rate cuts will depend on incoming data, the evolving outlook, and the balance of risks.
Powell made the comments in a keynote speech at the Fed's annual economic conference in Wyoming. A cut would be a result of falling inflation. It was down to 2.5% last month, compared to a peak of more than 7% 2 years ago.
Many parents are feeling the financial crunch of the big price tags on school supplies, but some experts are sharing tips tonight on how to save during this back-to-school season. A survey from Bankrate.com says 32% of the people they talked to said inflation is having a huge impact on their back-to-school list. 1 in 5 said they're seriously feeling the strain this year. So what can you do? For starters, experts say do a cost comparison and just shop around. Then Bankrate says take advantage of perhaps your credit card points or unused gift cards.
The National Retail Federation says the average kindergarten through 12th grade back to school expense is $875 per child. In general, people are feeling better about the cost of back to school this year, but more people are taking on debt, which is worrisome.
Some convenience stores are offering free beverages and coffee to teachers and school staff. IHOP has an all-you-can-eat pancake offer happening through September 15th, and Walmart says thousands of back-to-school items are still under $10.
A fall state line tradition opens for the season. Edwards Apple Orchard started greeting customers this morning at both of its locations. Guests can pick their own Zester or Sansa apples, or they can buy the classic apple cider donuts. Edwards Poplar Grove locations expanded its play area for children and also has a new orchard greeter, a dog named Gus. Edwards production manager says there's a lot of excitement in the atmosphere for opening day.
You know, I think there's a lot of excitement behind opening day. It's the first time everyone's able to get those hot apple cider donuts. The barn brings back all of these wonderful memories when you take in all of the sights and the smells. And it's really just about, you know, families getting together and creating new memories and sharing in these old traditions with us.
Edwards Apple Orchard is open through Thanksgiving. Independent candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. drops out of the presidential race.
Up next, this comes less than a day after Vice President Kamala Harris accepted the Democratic Party's presidential nomination.
And coming up at 6, supporting a state line veteran. The help being offered by a local contractor to upgrade one former service member's home.
Our temperatures have made their way into the upper 70s this time around, a little bit warmer than yesterday, but still below average. That below average trend comes to an end tomorrow as we head closer to the weekend. I'll time out how long the heat may stick around coming up in just a few minutes.
You're watching Eyewitness News, your home team, with Mimi Murphy, Wendell Edwards, Scott Leber, and meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. announces he's dropping out of the race for the White House and throwing his support behind former President Donald Trump.
This as Vice President Kamala Harris wraps up the Democratic National Convention and that nomination and heads back on the campaign trail. And Wynn has the latest.
Today, independent presidential candidate Robert F. Kennedy Jr. suspending his long-shot candidacy for the White House.
It's with a sense of victory and not defeat that I'm suspending my campaign activities.
The nephew of former Democratic President John F. Kennedy throwing his support behind Donald Trump.
That's big. He's a great guy, respected by everybody.
How much that might impact the 2024 race is still unclear.
My colleagues at 538 looked into this, and the data suggests that maybe there's about a 0.5 percentage point of gain for Trump in some of that. If folks are supporting RFK Jr., it's because they don't like the major parties, and so they may just end up not voting at all.
It comes a day after Vice President Kamala Harris stood on the biggest political stage of her life, closing the 4-day Democratic National Convention.
I accept your nomination to be President of the United States.
Harris accusing Trump of stripping women's reproductive rights and putting America's security and democracy at risk.
Just imagine Donald Trump with no guardrails.
As pro-Palestinian demonstrators marched outside, Harris addressed the war in the Middle East, saying she and President Biden are working out a ceasefire deal.
The scale of suffering is heartbreaking.
Harris also acknowledging her unusual path to the top of the ticket after Biden withdrew from the race.
The path that led me here in recent weeks was no doubt unexpected. But I'm no stranger to unlikely journeys.
Former President Trump has hit several key battleground states this week, including North Carolina, Nevada, and Arizona. This comes as Nebraska becomes the 9th state to officially add abortion rights to the November ballot. Emwin, ABC News, Washington.
It's been a nice summer day with temperatures in the 80s.
After the break, Jordan tells us about the warm up this weekend and if rain makes a return to the forecast.
Now, your first warned weather forecast from meteorologist Jordan Wolf.
Well, the last stretch of couple weeks has been significantly below average, but how does that shape up to the rest of our month? Well, we look so far to the month of August, and we've had 8 days of above average high temperatures. Meanwhile, we've had 15 days of below average temperatures, and our rainfall has also been pretty below average as well. Only just barely near 1.5 inches or 1.2 inches, and normally we expect to see around 3 inches of rain by the time we get to this point in the month. Now today was another below average day, although a bit warmer than where it was yesterday. This time we made it up into the upper 70s. 78 right now the current temperature in Rockford, 78 in Rochelle, 77 in DeKalb, 80 in Sterling, 81 in Janesville, upper to mid 70s for the rest of our state line areas. We have a little bit more sunshine than what we at least had around this time yesterday, although it's still within a little bit of the cloud cover that we're seeing building in the upper levels and mid levels of the atmosphere. This is showing up pretty well with our Mercy Health Skytrack camera overlooking Beloit, Wisconsin, where there are some patches of blue within that cloud cover, but mainly in those upper levels, not really impacting our daytime heating too much. That's also what we see with satellite and radar as well. Not a whole lot of activity here right now, but out to our west, we are seeing a bit more of that cloud cover beginning to build in, and we're going to see a bit more of that humidity as we head closer to the weekend and going into early next week. Starting with that tonight, the little bit of cloud cover we'll have only allow our temperatures to drop back down into the low 60s and upper 50s for many of us. This is a bit warmer than the last few nights that we've had when our temperatures only fell into the low 50s and even some days into the upper 40s. A similar trend then happens as we get into tomorrow afternoon. Our temperatures will warm even more, getting back up to 87 for the afternoon high underneath increasing cloud cover and some chances for some rain and some storms late into the night and going into the early parts of Sunday morning. Futurecast keeping us dry throughout much of Saturday afternoon, although it does have a few very isolated showers trying to develop within that next area of low pressure beginning to develop off to our west. What we pseudo see a warm front, almost a warm front, passes through the region as we head into the early part of the day on Saturday, and along that we may see some isolated showers, but higher chances for rain begin to develop as we get late into the night and going into the early parts of Sunday morning. How long these showers then last into Sunday afternoon may dictate how warm our temperatures get for Sunday. If we clear them out a little bit quicker, our temperatures on Sunday likely go a little bit warmer, where if we stay a little bit more showery and cloud cover during the earlier part of the day, then it would likely lead to a cooler afternoon. Nonetheless, our temperatures will be much warmer for both Saturday and for Sunday than where we have been as of late. 87 for both Saturday and Sunday, warm and humid, and starting to get even a little bit more hot and humid as we head into the second half of Sunday, and the chances for rain late Saturday going into the early part of Sunday. Into early next week, our temperatures will be even a bit warmer than that. Low 90s for both Monday and for Tuesday. Meanwhile, our dew points will be rising, getting close to the 70-degree mark. And with those two things combined, it would lead to our heat index values pushing near the triple digits. We may not quite reach that heat advisory criteria where we need widespread heat index values of 105 or more, but nonetheless we might get at least a little bit closer to that mark, and it will feel significantly warmer as we head into the weekend and early next week than where we have been as of late. 87 degrees for both Saturday and for Sunday. On Monday and Tuesday, 92 degrees. Likely dry for both of those afternoons, but I did leave a very, very isolated chance for a thunderstorm or two just with how much heat and humidity we have. But when that ridge breaks down, we get cooler temperatures and more widespread thunderstorm chances toward the end of next week.
Jordan, thank you.
Scott's in next with sports.
He's taking us to Forreston to preview the Cardinals and their chances for a title this season.
Now sports with sports director Scott Lever.
The Forreston Cardinals are one of those football teams that makes the NUIC so strong every year. The Cardinals are coming off an 8-win season last year and a 13th straight playoff appearance. Let's see what this season might hold for the guys in red and black in our football two-a-days.
The one word that we've been talking about quite a bit is unproven.
The Cardinals have a lot of young guys this year who are trying to get up to speed in a hurry. Some are on the offensive line, where 3 all-conference players from last year graduated.
It's a learning curve to be able to come in and try and play offensive line. It's the hardest position on our team, but it's the most important. So not every day is pretty, but every day that passes, we seem to be getting better.
That line is critical to the success of Forreston's run-heavy offense. Aiden Book is back at center. Devin Bratt will handle the right tackle position. Jacob Kobler will also be up front, and so will Alex Schoenhoven. They all have good size.
Last year was a little bit of a kind of learning period for me. I still did well, I thought. Stepping up in the role of being a junior. I think I could be a big part of this offense this year.
The Cardinals also graduated their 3 leading rushers from last season. Ready to step in this year are Dane Setterstrom, Evan Bettner, Cone Kirchner, Mickey Probst, Eli Ferris, and Caden Loomis. One of the constants on offense is Brady Gill. The junior is back for his 2nd season starting at quarterback. The defense will revolve around Bratt at linebacker. He's replacing an all-stater in Owen Mulder. Bratt's size is imposing. He's 6'5", 240.
He's good. You should see his weight room numbers. Lifts a lot, so he's very physical.
Somebody that's completely transformed his body, and he's a football guy. We got him at outside, we have him at inside, we kind of have him all over the place right now. So we're trying to showcase him and utilize him as best as we can.
Bettner will also play linebacker. Schoenhoven and Kobler will be keys on the D-line. Kirchner and Probst will be players to watch in the defensive secondary.
Our motto is always to win state. That's always our goal every year, so we set the expectation pretty high.
Tonight at 9 and 10, we will move back to the Big Northern Conference and give you a look at the Dixon Dukes. Also coming your way tonight is our first overtime show of the season. Drew Collins, Tim Bailey, and I will preview the season. That's at 11 p.m. on Fox 39, right after GN Sports Night. That's sports. We'll be right back.
First Warning Interactive Radar brought to us by Rockford Glass & More, showing clear skies still that continue for a bit longer, but that high pressure that brought us the cool and comfortable air starts to move away. Temperatures tonight only dropping back down into the low 60s and upper 50s, but back into the 80s tomorrow, low 90s Monday and Tuesday. Heat index values there could push the triple digits.
Jordan, thank you.
And thanks for watching. We'll see you again at 6.